Alright, so today we're here with Castlevania. These are both the Super Deluxe editions that are released in Japan this year. You can see 2025. This just came out a couple of days ago and this released a couple of months ago. But I just received them both yesterday when I came back from my trip. So let's unbox them and see what we have inside. But before we do, we're gonna take a look around and see what is here. We have the game. It's gonna be a multi-language cartridge. And we have also the collection original soundtrack behind as well. Some extra information. And on the side, like this is hard cardboard, so you will definitely be able to keep it. Wow, that was a loud sound. And you can reuse this. Okay, so we have a couple of things here first to see. That was interesting. So this was just to specifically for the Switch version to have it around. But when you remove it, this is in all its glory. And how it looks without having the Switch stuff. So you can have the original art the way that you want it. And I really like this because this game, I don't consider it really part of the whole thing because it was not made by the same people. Like it's not really an IGAvania, this game. But the other two, they have it connected because they're more connected together. And I think that is pretty much the reason why they did the same here, that you can see like 3 things here and this here is only 2 things. I think there is a lot of purpose with that. So let's start first by looking at the game. So here we have, unfortunately, it is this cover. There was no selection, unlike the limited run games edition. There was no such selection for this to have reversible covers, which I did appreciate that they did that. And we have here, what is this, a manual? Maybe an overview of the games. Looks beautiful. Oh, it even has in English. I appreciate it even more. Looks pretty cool. Alright. And here we have the cartridge. Says Japan. Pretty cool. Again, it has this art, which is not really my favorite, but it is what it is. And we have everything here. Now let's insert this on the Switch too. And let's see what we get. I have completely uninstalled the digital edition of this. So we're gonna see what version it is. I think this one was one version anyway. Okay, so no worries about patches and stuff. And we're putting it in. It's in English. Alright. Alright, and here we have it. Has a movie background. Okay, it's out of focus. And the save from the digital edition is all here, so it's not a problem. And you can select it, you can get here normally. Load. Alright. Oh yeah, I just got the whip on the save. Alright. Everything is as it should be. It's in English, as you can see, so it's multi-cartridge. It recognizes your system. If your language is in English, it will be in English. So that's good. Yeah. Alright, that's great. Now let's take a look at the other stuff. And what else do we have here? Alright, there is quite a lot of things actually. So let's start with the card maps. Wow, this is actually very beautiful. This is beautiful artwork here. You can see it's the whole map of the first IGAvania on GBA, with Julius here sitting on the chair with his whip, and we have the whole map showing everything, and the boss. I like that it shows the bosses as well. Pretty cool. Pretty sure people that are watching this, they're not afraid of spoilers, for like so old spoilers. And here we have the game that is not really my favorite, Circle of the Moon, but it is what it is. And it's cool. I mean, everything is here. It's beautiful. You can have it framed or something. I think this is worth it to be framed. Not the Circle of the Moon, but everything else. And here is one of my favorite games, like, ever. My god, Soma looks so cool. And Julius. Okay. So here we have everything, and we're seeing like the castles and all the different options that you have. And how it works, all the bosses, and how do you get there. I think that's pretty cool, especially if you get stuck and you like many times there may not be information about exactly what you want. So you can pop up this map and you can see like try to see where you can go next. And we also have these card prints. They look beautiful. Wow, look at Julius. He looks majestic. Look at that. Really cool. I think I'm gonna put this in a frame, and behind I have this thing. By the way, all of this was $60 US. All of this together, included with the shipping. It's crazy how cheap they have made this compared to limited run games. And look at Soma here. I love this art. And here I think it's the Vampire's Kiss, I think is the name called. It's the SNES port of that game. Not really interested in that one. I have never played that version. And take a look at the soundtrack. All right. We also have a card. I think this is like the limited edition, the LRG cards here. Looks pretty beautiful. And we have 3 different discs. And it says here each disc which song it is, and in English and in Japanese. So that's pretty cool. And you can see which one you're getting based on the photos here. As you can see, Circle of the Moon is together with Harmony of Despair. And then we have Array of Sorrow. And here by itself is Belmont. Alright, so we have all these games here. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pop in. Let us try to pop in and see how this works. Right? Let me put it on my CD player. Yeah, I think you can hear it. Pretty good quality. Yeah. All right. Okay, I think this is pretty good. And you can see the whole amount of things for the cities here. And here you have also on the back the disc 3 of what we have in there. I think disc 2 is part... Oh, yeah. So you can see here disc 1 is part on 2 things because it's Circle of the Moon and Harmony of Dissonance. Harmony of Despair, I think I said at the start. That was embarrassing. But you can see this is a pretty big package, and I think for like the USD amount of it, and when you compare it to what you get with LRG, this is definitely worth it. So here we go. And we can put it back in all together, hopefully. Okay. We are failing to put it all back together. Alright, and here it is assembled all together back in. Just had to do a little bit of working around with it, and it's beautiful. Stays on the shelf easily. Let's check out the other one now. And we're gonna open it. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, do not self-destruct on me. Okay. And we see it's, it is the similar pattern here of what we saw before. This one can come off. And we have the beautiful artwork here. And back, we just have the, I think this is probably from the arcade game artwork. And here we have Dominus Collection 2025. As you can see, the soundtrack is way bigger on this one. Well, it is because these games are on DS and they have proper sound space. So we see again here the maps, way more complicated for these games though, I think. And this is the arcade game. So Dracula's Castle and everything on the arcade game. And we're going now, Portrait of Ruin. Alright, I wonder how they do Portrait of Ruin with, okay, so they have all the stuff on the side. Yeah, because it is not, I don't think it is enough. Okay, I think this may be from the extra game. And here is Portrait of Ruin. Alright. And we have the Belmont mode as well. A reference here, that is pretty cool. And the bosses and everything, all here again. Let me check on the previous one if it had the backdrop as well. Okay, it had the backdrop on this one as well, but I do not know this one, which one it is. Oh no, this one is Order of Ecclesia, I just realized. Order of Ecclesia. Alright. Yeah, I remember the boss here. The Minotaur. Admittedly, I haven't beaten this game too many times, so I didn't even know it existed for a very long time. And here we have Soma again with Dawn of Sorrow. Pretty big one. Alucard, the Nevrian of the gang here. Alucard with the normal art here. Everyone looking cool. Alright. Now we have the cards here. Now these ones, I love all of them. Look at Order of Ecclesia. Sanoa looks crazy. Dawn of Sorrow, not my favorite art piece. How they made Soma look like very anime, but it was needed at the time, I think. For Konami, and here Portrait of Ruin. One of my favorites recently. I don't remember liking it as much when I first played it. And we have here again the card, which is from Dawn of Sorrow. Interesting selection with the cards. And I believe everything will have its own CD this time. Yeah. And wow, Order of Ecclesia has 2 discs just by itself. That is quite crazy. I did not know that it had so much soundtrack, this game. And look at the quality, right? Look at all of this. And you have everything here for disc 1, disc 3, disc 4, and disc 2. Everything again, English and Japanese. And let's see the game, which finally has a good art from Order of Ecclesia. I appreciate that this time. which is questionable, right? I would expect to have Dawn of Sorrow if they were going for the first game on this collection. And we have again this little booklet, English and Japanese on everything. I love that they do that. It shows all the different release dates, where it was. For example, like that Europe got it so much later than the other two. Who knows why? Really, who knows why? But yeah, that is how it works, and it tells you about all the functions of the game again. I love these little booklets, they're cute. And now let's look at the cartridge. Is it fully, or there is any update left out? So we are going to go here, close the game, open this. And one of the reasons I got it, this also, okay, this is not the latest version, but let's see what's happening now. I remember it was 1.3.1 before I deleted the digital. Yeah, 1.3.1, okay. But it was not even that big of a deal. Pretty sure you can play the games with no issues. Okay. All right, all of the save files are here. And I can just boot it, load, and there we go. Everything is in English. Yep. All right. I think we're good on here. We saw everything. The gameplay is completely fine. And if you're using your Switch 2 and you still want to use your Switch Lite because it has a proper D-pad, I think these games being on physical, it is very important. Because if you have more than one Switch 2 later on, it is going to be really annoying if you're going to play some games with proper D-pad, since right now the only solution I have for D-pad is to get this Savage Raven D-pad, which is a cover. And it feels way better now with this, with a satisfied grip, because I can just focus on here without really crumbling my hand like before. But definitely not as good as a real D-pad. So yeah, that is pretty much it for today. And you're gonna see me next time with the Ninja Gaiden unboxing. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.